For my financial ratio assignment, I decided to do the Walt Disney Company, which is traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Taking a look at the financial management strategy breakdown here, we noticed that Disney's financial leverage decreased from 1.93 in 2023 down to 1.90 in 2024. That indicates that Disney's debt is kind of decreased over that year time. Compared to Disney at 1.9, Netflix, one of their bigger competitors, is at 2.37, and Comcast is at 3.20. They're, which really kind of tells the story that Disney is becoming less reliant on utilizing debt in their operations. They want to focus more on their equity and their assets to determine their profitability as a company, and not rely on utilizing, higher debt or anything like that. They want to focus on, their internal operations and their own internal capital to drive the profits instead of the debt. So now we'll take a look at the strategic profit model. The one thing I wanted to point out that you might notice or might not is the financial leverage on this slide is actually different than the one on the previous slide. And for whatever reason, I went through the example, the Costco example you provided, and for some reason, everything, all the cells matched on how I should have formulated it, but for some reason, it came out with two different numbers. But nevertheless, both examples, it did go down from 2023 to 2024. The profit margin pretty much doubled in my eyes, from 2.65% in 2023 up to 5.44% in 2024. The sales and net income also increased over the course of that year from 2023 to 2024. Their profit margin is positioned favorably compared to its competitors. Even though some of their competitors like Netflix have a higher profit margin, like 9.8%, what Disney kind of does to set themselves apart is their diversification to balance their risk profile. So not only is Disney in like the digital streaming world, but they also have the theme parks at their advantage to, kind of diversify their portfolio a little bit. Their asset turnover increased from 0.43 to 0.47, which is actually the same as their industry average. Their ROA increased from 1.15% to 2.53, which is a positive thing for Disney. Their ROA of 2.53 is above the industry average, which means they use their assets efficiently to generate the profits. The average for the entertainment industry is actually a negative 8.2%. But even though that their ROA is higher than the average, one of their competitors, Comcast, has a much higher ROA of 17.43%. So I think Disney moving forward could do a little bit better job of, utilizing their ROA and using their assets a little bit more to generate more profits. Their ROE also increased from 2023 to 2024. The industry average for the entertainment industry is also a negative 8.2%, which I thought was kind of interesting, which just basically says that they're using their equity in a way that helps them generate profits. But again, when you look at them compared to like Comcast as an example, they might also have a much higher ROE compared to Disney. So, kind of summarize everything, Disney's obviously an entertainment company. They provide digital entertainment like movies and television shows, as well as theme parks throughout the world. In the last 2 years, from 2023 to 2024, sales have increased from 88.9 billion to 91.4 billion, which represents a 2.81% increase. Also, their income and profit margins nearly doubled between that time span, again indicating that they lowered their debt utilization, and they're looking at utilizing their ROA and their ROE to kind of drive their profits and generate the profits, more internally than looking at, sources of debt to do so. Even though they are doing a good job compared to the, other industries and players in their industry, there's still some way to go. They could definitely make improvements in this compared to competitors like we talked about Comcast previously. Conclusion, they have reduced their reliance on debt and focused on creating a balanced capital structure through its diversification. And that's about it. Thank you very much, and have a good day.